Hi, it's me, Rasheed Ogunlaru, coach, speaker and author. Happy New Year. Welcome to a new year. It's 2019 and so many people have got hopes, wishes, dreams and resolutions that they're hoping to move forward on. Wherever it is that you are in your life, in your career, in your relationships, in your business, there are a few things that will help you to get the best out of this whole year. And what I'm going to be doing over the next few minutes is just sharing my top 10 tips to help you get the best out of the year, whatever your circumstances, whether it is that you're wanting to get more healthy, whether it is that you're wanting to be in a better space in terms of your well-being, in terms of your life balance, in terms of moving ahead in your career, or being more successful in terms of your business, whatever it is, because there are some fundamentals that are absolutely key to your success. Whatever it is that you're doing, and certain things that are really important in terms of your habits and in terms of your mindset and in terms of your appreciation of life. So my top 10 tips are going to be picking up on that, and I'm going to be just sharing a couple of additional tips about setting New Year's resolutions too. The reason why so many people, millions in fact of people, set only to fall off of their New Year's resolutions every year is often because they're not strategic enough, because they're not often holistic enough, and often because they don't put in the planning, the preparation, the steps and the support that will help them see themselves move forward. So if you are planning to set resolutions in your life, I suggest that you think clearly about what's most important to you. I think it's really important to think holistically, so you don't just set perhaps one isolated goal over here that you're wanting to stop smoking or stop drinking. As important that might well be, it can be really, really powerful for you to set one goal for yourself and your health, one goal for your career or your business, and one goal for your relationships and so on. That way you're going to have a far more holistic way of looking at your life. But here are my top 10 tips for getting the best out of 2019. Number one, foresight. What's going on in your personal life and in terms of your career and so on. Really take a look at what's coming around the corner, what the change is, what's happening, what's unfolding, because otherwise if you don't look ahead, then you may well be caught short. 2019 is likely to be a year of all sorts of change, and we know that here in the UK there's lots of issues around Brexit that may or may not have an impact on yourself personally, on the economy, in terms of your career, in terms of your industry. What's going ahead in all sorts of different ways that you can put your ear to the ground on and find out what's going on, but also not just in terms of your work and your career, personally, what's going on for your family and your friends. The more it is that you can have foresight, the more it is that you're able to plan and get the best out of the year ahead. Number two, focus. So it's one thing having foresight, but then we need to have focus. We live in a world where we live in 24-hour culture in many, many ways, where lots of people feel overwhelmed, be it by social media, by all sorts of expectations, work and so on. It's really important that you have focus. You know what's really important to you personally and professionally, and that you focus on it. You're also going to need to know the kind of things that distract you, and either put in some time in them, concentrated time, that's protected time, where you can address that, because otherwise you know you're going to be sidetracked, or otherwise that you just absolutely plow on in terms of the major things first. But you really do need to know what your relationship is to focus, and that starts off with knowing what's most important, prioritize that and do those things first. Number three, flexibility. Again, it's all very well us being focused, but the world changes, the economy changes, circumstances change, all sorts of things may well suddenly happen, and that will require you being flexible. I think it was a very, 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 very famous quote by Darwin, who made the point, that it's not the strongest of the species or the most intelligent that survives, but those who are most adaptable to change. And the nature of life is changed. So the more it is that you can be flexible, and that means you need to be able to flex. You need to be aware of what your abilities and your strengths are, and you need to major those strengths. What are your main strengths, personally and professionally? How it is that you can really play to your strengths? That's really important, and it's an ongoing job, because that will mean that people will see you as a key player, as somebody who is really invaluable. What are your abilities? How can you flex them? And how is it that you can be flexible when things change? Number four, fortitude. This is really about mindset. This is really about self-belief. And this is about being resourceful and resilient. And this means staying the course. So the people who tend to be the most successful aren't necessarily the people who are most talented. They're the people who put in the work, and they're the people who put in the effort. They're the people who have dexterity. Those are people who stay the course. So it's really important. One of the reasons why the word New Year's resolutions are called resolution is it's about being resolute. It's not just about being making a decision. It's about putting the work in. So putting the work in, believe in yourself, have that mindset, and work step by step, day by day. Keep your eye on your goal and develop that fortitude, that keyword that people talk about now, resilience. Number 5, finance. Don't bury your head in the sand. What's going on for yourself financially in terms of your personal finances in terms of your career or your business finances. It's really, really important that you take a look at your finances, that you understand your finances, and that you get professional support and expertise with your finances where necessary. I know and I've met people who can bury their head in the sand, not pick up the bills, try and pretend that things aren't happening. You need to really begin to really embrace finance. Currency is about that kind of flow of life and knowing your value. There are so many things that can be hooked up here and that can be part of this things in terms of finance. Know your value, value your finances, keep your eye on your finances in order to be in a position where you're able to build your finances. So that means when you can save, where it is that it's important that you spend wisely. So I think with all of these things, spending, investing, and all the rest of it, do it wisely and shrewdly. Next up, number 6, friends and family. By the way, these are not necessarily in any order. In many ways, for many people, friends and families comes first. Really what's really important here is that put in time for those loved ones. Put in time, and I often say to people when I'm coaching them, if you don't put in the time for your loved ones and your friends and family first, it ain't going to happen. So really cherish and support your friends and family, but also make sure that you give each other the space that you need and realise that relationships do change over time. So friends and family. Number 7, fitness. And in fact, what we're talking about here is your health and your well-being. In many ways, this is number 1. Are you prioritising your health and your fitness? Make sure that you put in that time for your health and your fitness. And my tip here is actually find something that is fun for you to do. So when it comes to your health and the well-being, if you're the kind of person who hates the gym, then don't do it. Perhaps you're the kind of person who's far more social. Perhaps you could join a class, or you could get fit with another friend who's also wanting to get fit and healthy. So really do be mindful about your fitness and health, and try and find something that is fun to do. And really remember that you're going to need to put in the time, put in the effort. Don't just see it as something at the start of the year. Think about it as something that's ongoing, and not just this year. It is health, and your fitness is part of a way of life. And when we talk about fitness, don't just think about your physical fitness, your emotional fitness. And of course, we know that exercise has huge benefits in terms of our mental health and in terms of our emotional well-being. Really do make sure that you give it the prioritization that it needs. Number 8, food. Food is fuel. So be mindful about what you're eating, because that's going to have a huge impact on your energy levels and what it is that you're able to do. It's really important to make sure that you have healthy things in the diet. And okay, it might well be that you might have some things that you really also enjoy, but making sure that you've got the healthy stuff, and make sure that you're balanced, that your diet is in balance, and also be mindful that your body may well change over the years. So listen to your body. If your body is suddenly telling you, hang on a minute, that isn't good for me, then begin to heed that and get, of course, support and expert advice where you need to. Number 9, fun. Make it fun for everyone. Life isn't all about work. It's really important that you have fun. That might be about time for hobbies, pastimes, things that you really love doing. But also try and just bring some fun into your work. Sometimes people see the work environment as very, very, very serious. How could you make it a little bit more light-hearted and more enjoyable for yourself and everybody else, in order that everyone gets the richness from life? Number 10, free time. This is incredibly important. This is time for you. This is time for you to reconnect to yourself, to nature, to silence, to the things that you really enjoy doing. This free time is really, really, really important, because without that, stress and unhappiness and excess can easily build up, and where people feel overwhelmed. So free time, whatever it is that you enjoy doing, that is really important. So those are my top 10 tips for successful 2019. 1, foresight. 2, focus. 3, flexibility. 4, fortitude. 5, finance. 6, friends and family. 7, fitness. 8, food. 9, fun. And 10, free time. Wishing you all the best for 2019. And I just want to end by saying, above all, love you, love what you do, and love others too. Remember, peace and love is always where it's at. Being at peace with yourself, embracing life itself, and then trying as best as you can to be really mindful, grateful, and compassionate to everybody else. And by doing those things, you'll ensure that this year, not just this year, but every year, is a really rich year. And appreciate every single moment. None of us know how much time we have on the clock, so it's really important that we appreciate every single moment that we've got. Take good care. All the best. Lots of love. Bye-bye.